Do you want your school to be covered by the #1 live stream service in the state of New Jersey so the entire country can see moments like this?
We play once again. Free kick coming for the Mountaineers. Short shot on goal. On post. And West Orange gets the goal, and they win. They take down the #2 ranked Seton Hall Pirates. Bullock takes the snap. He's going to take it himself. Barreling towards the goal line, and he's in. Carriage Bullock from 3 yards out, and the Marauders lead it 20-7.
Or be a witness to championships like these?
Montclair are state sectional champions. They defeat Livingston 4-1, and the Mounties sweep the boys and girls brackets in back-to-back wins over the Lancers. 3-2, there goes the runners. Swing on and miss, strike 3. That does it. The Cranford Cougars are the Last Dance World Series champions.
Or have exclusive interviews with players and coaches.
Maroon and Silver Star pitcher Teague Mulcahy.
On here with Cranford star Ryan Jaros.
With the Bergen Crusaders, star of the game Luis De La Cruz.
Here with West Orange head coach Doug Nevins. And all right, now here with star goalkeeper Nikolai Matthews of this West Orange Mountaineer team. Nikolai. Here with Claire Manning after Montclair picks up a 4-1 win over Livingston. I'm here with Molly Brumback, the goalkeeper. Molly, what was today like? Here with West Orange girls varsity coach Sean DeVore.
Then join the D1 Media Pro team, New Jersey's #1 live streaming service.
Heads up, back on the suit. Took them and defeated. Horton dribbles into the front court to Khalil Whitney. Go into the basket and the jam.
With them because they are getting resources from the city. They are getting resources, and they're arguing with us about the timeliness of those resources.
When one of the top public high school athletic programs in the state of New Jersey uses the #1 live stream in the nation.
Flip to Carson. He went the 90 yards on the kickoff return. He's trying to finish it off with a touchdown, and he does! Jakai Carson.
Ball court. Passed on over to Capstraw. Capstraw will dive in past 2 players, and she's able to lay it up and score. That is the 1,000-point club type of play right there. You can't ask for better than that one.
Pass across. Stick down by Murphy. Send a shot and deflected. They score!
2 now. We're at the 2:30 marker left in the game. Immaculate go quickly, but it has just costed them a good play there to stay on the West Orange side. Diving in quickly is Capstraw, and she herself is leading West Orange to a comeback. 5.
Short shot on goal. On post. West Orange gets the goal, and they win. They take down the #2 ranked Seton Hall Pirates. What a thrilling game.
So a free kick for West Orange. She sends it towards the net.
But we don't score the game, we just call and record it. As the pitch from Bove with nobody on base, swung on and missed, struck him out. Rosu now trying to get on the offensive side of things. Can he? Ooh, and he's able to work himself into a pin position. Can he earn the pin? He's got all 5. Back points easily secured. And he pins him. So the first Rosu with the pinfall victory.
West Orange with a 5-0 win over Newark Central. I'm here with West Orange head coach Doug Nevins. All right, West Orange with a 6-1 win over Columbia. I'm here with 3 stars of the game: Emma Mitchell, Kaya Schultz, Gianna Festino.
So I'm Ryan Lowy from D1 Media Pro, and I'm joined with senior Kaya Schultz and junior Kylie Capstraw.
Here with West Orange girls varsity coach Sean DeVore. They score! Floyd attacking and throws it down. Touchdown for St. Peter's.
I'm here with Darren Lewis.
With Simeon Wilcher.
Here with Precious Achua.
About doing overtime. Screen pass out in the flat, caught, and it's a touchdown for St. Peter's. O'Donnell swinging away, puts it over the shortstop's head. That's a base hit. It'll score one. Faraz on his way home. Throw is not in time. Going quickly, Bullock takes the snap, throws to the far side, wide open, touchdown. In there, called strike 3 looking. Mulcahy strikes out the side. He's perfect through 2.
Now up ahead for the Marauders. Here comes Bengals. They score! Michael Benkovich for St. Peter's Prep.
Bounced on the ground to short. Faraz Fields, flip to O'Donnell 1, throw on to first. In time for a double play. Just look back out there for the Marauders. He takes the snap, looking over the middle, has a man, and he scores, reels it in. 35, stick on to defenders, 2 on his feet, the 20. Once again, hit in the air to deep center field. Sicka moving on the back at the wall. It's gone! Ellis Reed with a 2-run blast. And the Marauders have a 6-0 lead.
St. Peter's Prep has the best coverage for its student athletes. Why don't you?
screen pass out in the flat, caught, and it's a touchdown for St. Peter's. O'Donnell swinging away, puts it over the shortstop's head. That's a base hit. It'll score one. Faraz on his. The middle, barreling towards the goal line. Baldwin is in for a Vance touchdown.
Right down the middle, man. This guy, and he keep going, and he's
the ball's loose.
And they hop back on it, and that's a touchdown.
Short punt, bounces at the 35, fielded at the 40 by Quick, out to the corner. He's got blockers and a lot of green grass in front of him. Cuts back, he's in for a touchdown.
Swing pass in the flat.
Gets to the corner, he's going to get in the end zone.
Touchdown.
Good job, block. Third down and 17, a handoff, getting to the outside. There's a hole, there's a first down, and all the way to the races is Elijah McWilliams to the house for a touchdown and for an IMIC for a division championship.
Dr. Bell.
The lights are going to go out in a second.
Good afternoon, friends, family, parents, distinguished guests. Welcome to the 2021 Cicely L. Tyson Community School of Performing and Fine Arts commencement. At this time, will all parents and friends please find your seat so we may proceed with our 2021 commencement. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. I will now recite the Al-Fatiha, which means the opening. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin, ar-rahmanir rahim, maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladina an'amta alayhim, ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Thank you.
Oh, say, can you see
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now be seated. Mr. John English grew up in Brooklyn, New York, and later moved to Lakewood, New Jersey, where he attended high school. He continued his education at NJIT, where he received a Bachelor of Science degree in Engineering and later earned a Master's of Arts and Education Administration and Supervision from the University of Phoenix. Mr. English's first love in life is mathematics. He brought that same love and passion for the subject to Tyson in 2010, where he began teaching in the East Orange School District. For English's affinity for math shows throughout the day when he's digging into data and interacting with students in the classroom. Mr. English's first priority has always been the students. Creating a safe environment where they are free to learn and explore is paramount. Mr. English is a proud resident of the city of East Orange. He lives here with his wife, Carla, and their 3 children. In his spare time, he enjoys watching his children's basketball games and attending East Orange School District sporting events. Mr. English believes in education and stresses that the more you learn and continue your education, the more opportunities you create for yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our principal, Mr. John English.
Let's give another round of applause to Mr. Bell and that choir. So welcome everyone to the 2021 commencement exercise. It's been a long year, but now we're here. So class of 21, we did it, we made it. Let me welcome our Honorable Mayor, Mr. Ted Green, for joining us tonight. We have our Superintendent, Mr. Abdul Salim Hassan, and his entire senior cabinet. Special guest, we have Ms. Franklin with us and her family that's sitting in the front row, so thank you guys for coming. Ms. Valerie Simpson we have sitting in the front, and she's graced us with her presence today, so thank you for showing up as well. We are sitting in the Gene L. James Sphere, and we have Ms. Gene L. James here with us today. She's always here to support us, so thank you, Ms. James, for coming. And to my parents, thank you for coming, supporting these kids. We couldn't have did it without you, so thank you for everything. In class of 21, let's give up for your parents. They've been cool every step of the way with you, so it's their night just as well as it is yours. So now to the class of 21. We're here, right? You had 2.5 years inside of the building, a year and a half outside of the building, calling your home, Mr. DeVoe, knocking on doors, but we made it. We made it. We started to get back into the groove of things, and under the direction of Mr. Lemon, we was able to bring Dream Girls back for a weekend. Our seniors led that. We had a few seniors that made sure that happened. We had Ms. Nina Celine, who just introduced me. She was phenomenal in it. Kaya Walcott, Stephanie White, if you guys were here. Omar, Jimmy Early, doing splits on the stage. So we're slowly getting back into the building. So, and you you guys are leading the way on that. So this year, it was tough. Every day you guys would ask me a question about, can we do this, can we do that? And I said, I don't know, we gotta see what's going on. But you guys were patient, and you persevered through it. When you were patient, you persevered through your studies and your instruction. So I'm gonna be short, but because you got here, and you guys, every time I go to, like we had the All City Prom, and this one song comes on, and every time it comes on, you guys are always rapping the lyrics to it. And like Meek Mill said, you put it out there like that. Dreams and nightmares. So you had to grind like that to shine like this. Class of 21. Congratulations to you and your family. Continue to stay safe and we'll see you soon.
The Honorable Mayor Ted R. Green is a lifelong resident of East Orange. After attending and graduating from East Orange High School, he attended Cheyney University in Pennsylvania, majoring in business management, and received his certification as a housing counselor for Rutgers University. He has distinguished himself as a professional in the field of property maintenance and housing revitalization. From 1990 to 1977, Ted R. Green served as the compliance specialist for the city of Newark, New Jersey, under former Mayor Cory Booker. He was also the director of the Housing and Building Department in Irvington, New Jersey, under Mayor Tony Boss. In addition to receiving numerous awards and citations for his exemplary commitment and dedication to the community, he is the recipient of the NAACP of the Oranges and Maplewood 2007 President's Award, the 2007 Community Services Award from the Todd Warner Foundation, the 2003 American Karate Academy Community Service Award, the 2003 HAMS Incorporated Award for Community Leadership and Service, the 2004 Golconda Temple No. 24 Community Service Award, the 2004 New Jersey Governor's State Public Service Recognition Award, several proclamations and resolutions from the New Jersey State and General Assemblies and the City of East Orange. It gives me great pleasure to present the Mayor of the great City of East Orange, the Honorable Ted R. Green.
Let's give our young queen another round of applause for that introduction. Let me start off by saying good afternoon to everyone and assalamu alaikum. Move this up a little bit. I'm very honored to be a part of this commencement today. Let me thank John English for always thinking of me. Give him another round of applause for all that he do each and every day for our young people. Also to our Superintendent Hassan, give him a round of applause. To Ms. Champagne, give her a round of applause. And Dr. Hargis, give her a round of applause. To the entire faculty that's here, all the staff, to the parents, to the guests, but also to the class of 2021. Give them another round of applause. On behalf of the City of East Orange, I am very grateful and humbled to be here. But I do want to acknowledge a gentleman who has been sound when it comes to working with our young people here in this community. He's not on the stage, but he's out here with his family. Today I want to introduce my good friend, my brother Mustafa Brent, and his family today over there. Stand up, Mustafa. Listen, a lot is going to be said today, and I'm very truthful and honored for that introduction, but today is your day. It's your day where you worked hard under all the circumstances that you had to go through. You had to do switching your whole life to virtual classes. You had to switch your whole life to being in the house. You had to switch your whole life and trying to make sure that when it comes to your homework, you tune in and make sure that the teacher made sure that you was doing the homework. I quite often caught my niece when she's supposed to have been on school time. She was looking at videos and all kinds of things. But again, you guys are really our heroes. And why I say that, because probably in my lifetime, you know, to experience what all of us went with this COVID, what all of you, not only the class of 2021, but the class of 20 went through it also. But you made it. And you made it because of your self-determination. You made it because of your commitment. You made it because of your dedication and your pride. But more so, you made it because the grace of God has given you that ability. If I can say anything to all of you, I just ask all of you to go show the world how great you are. Go show the world that you're from East Orange. You're from a city that these teachers who have been committed to teaching, these principals who have been committed to teaching, and to parents who have given you their all so that you can be where you are today. They have given you not only all their prayers, because I can imagine as a parent, I have 2 sons, all the times that we had to pray for all of you. And we're still praying for you. You can imagine all the times they had to get on you about your homework. I can imagine all the times that they had to get on you about wanting money and want to hang out. I can imagine all that. So I'm going to ask you, and then I'm going to get off this stage. Give your parents a round of applause right now. I ask all of you, as you move forward in your life, because this is only the beginning, I ask all of you to look around at each other, and when you look at each other, don't forget about each other. Don't forget that your classmate who you went out with, y'all was on Facebook together, Instagram together, making those silly videos. Take those moments, young people, and cherish those moments. Because I can say this, as the mayor of the city of East Orange, who having the opportunity coming from a public school, never knew that I would be a mayor. Never knew that I would be a council person. But I knew one thing, that I wanted to do good in life. All of you have that opportunity. So I'm going to use a word today, and I hope the parents won't be mad at me. Go out and show this damn world how great you are. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, administrators, parents, staff, family, and my beautiful class. My name is Frandia Valsi, and first and foremost, I would just like to say thank you to God, who has been by my side every step of the way. And my parents, siblings, and friends for all the support and encouragement throughout my life. These past 4 years have definitely been a roller coaster. No one could have imagined that a global pandemic would become a part of our journey. We came from waking up early to come to the school building every day, to waking up in our homes and having to log into class virtually. But that didn't stop us from having the best high school experience possible. Tanya, Sincere, Summer, and I made sure of that. And Mr. English would definitely agree. Honestly, I had no idea what to say to you all today, but Mr. Mo asked me to think about what was important to me. And I thought of my support system. Then I realized how a support system is the foundation for any one person's success. Now, I know I worked hard to get here, but there's a saying that says, behind every great man, there's an even greater woman. So I thought, behind every great individual, there's an even greater support system. During the past 2 years, I really needed my family and friends to get me through. Because I had times where I was sick and tired, physically and mentally, of everyone and just everything. But I had to just take a breath, pray, and do what I had to do. Because I had goals, and I refused to give up. Those AP classes weren't no joke. My friends and I created an AP chat because we knew we would need each other, and we sure did. Every day it was something, sleepless nights, long conversations, and headaches. I used to fall asleep next to my laptop all the time because I would work nonstop. Whether it be for school or college preparation, I just had to get it done. My sisters, Michelandi and Frandina, would wake me up and I would check myself and I'd get back to work. My siblings would always tell me, "You're always doing something." And that made me feel like I was working myself too hard, and I needed to take a break. When you're used to doing something, it's hard to break out of it. But once again, my family reminded me that I'm doing fine and it's okay to relax. Let me tell you, if it wasn't for my family, I wouldn't be the woman I am today. And if it wasn't for my friends being my cheerleaders and helping me out when I needed it, I wouldn't be up here right now. The point of that was to really let the friends and family of my class to know that we will need you regardless of how independent we get, and for my class to keep the right circle. We don't want yes people. We want people who will tell us what we need to hear and not what we want to hear. There's a saying that says, behind every great man there's an even greater woman, so I thought behind every great individual there's an even greater support system. Besides our families and friends, the staff at Tyson really is top tier. Having to deal with us virtually while having senioritis takes a lot of patience. Like Mr. Zaire basically has 3 jobs when it comes to our class. He's a class advisor, therapist, and a motivational speaker. Then you have a teacher like Mr. Mo, who tells it like it is and is there when you need him. Miss Rice, who constantly reminds you of how great you are and is just filled with so much passion and joy, it's contagious. Mr. Lemon, who doesn't sugarcoat anything and wants the best for his students. Miss O'Connor, who works so hard to make sure we're all good at all times. Like, at this point, give them all the race. Throughout these last 4 years, I have learned so much, and I believe when you learn something, it's not only for your well-being, but to also share with others. So here it goes. We all have the power to make decisions that leave us proud of who we are and who we are becoming. Now, mistakes may come along the way, but like what the Hall of Famer Wayne Gretzky said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So you can't succeed unless you try, and that means you have to take action. Another thing, please stay true to yourself. There's a lot of copycats out there, but the truth is, there's no one like you. There's not a person in this world that does what you do the way you do it. Like, seriously, who cares what everyone else is doing? Do what's best for you. Don't do what society believes is right or cool because they are not you. Do you want to know what's actually cool? Believing in yourself, taking that vision you have and making it into reality. Now, do you want to know what's not cool? Conforming to society's wants when it doesn't make you happy or make you proud of who you are and who you are becoming. If you're not content with your current situation, you have the power to change it. Fight for what you want and make yourself and the people who believe in you proud. We really have future billionaires, influencers, doctors, and world changers sitting right here. Show the world that you mean what you say and you do what you mean. There's a saying that says, birds of a feather flock together, and I am so glad I got to be a part of this flock. Because that means I'm strong, hardworking, talented, and special because you guys are. This class sitting before you today is like no other class. The talent and bonds are unmatched. Whether you know it or not, each and every single one of my peers has had an impact on me. in some type of way, whether it was making me laugh, making me smile, or commenting something like yes or period under my Instagram post. Even though our high school years are over, our journey has just begun. I will forever cherish the memories we made together. It's time to spread our wings and fly, do what we do best, show up and show out. Love you all immensely. We did it! I'm so proud and even prouder to say forever and turning on. Thank you.
Jean Lamar Hunter James, a talented, gifted, and accomplished retired teacher, is a product of the city of East Orange and was educated by the school district. The same school district which she served with excellence for 47 years. Right. Prior to her retirement in 2015, Jean began singing at the age of 3 and started taking piano lessons at the age of 5. Even as a young girl at Lincoln School, now Dionne Warwick Institute, Vernon L. Davey, now the Cicely Tyson School of Performing and Fine Arts, and East Orange High School, Jean always participated in the music curriculum. She is a proud East Orange Panther and graduate of East Orange High School. While at EOHS, she received the Lincoln Center Student Award and was a member of the New Jersey All-State Chorus. After graduating from EOHS, Jean attended the Hart College School of Music at the University of Hartford in Connecticut, where she was the first Black homecoming queen.
Yes.
Jean received recognition in Who's Who in American colleges and universities and was a member of the Board of Regents of the University of Hartford. Jean, a voice major, excelled at Hart College and received her Bachelor of Science degree in music education. Miss James returned to her roots in the city of East Orange and began her career as a music teacher at Elmwood School, now Lincoln Hughes Academy, in September 1969, with undeniable joy, energy, and love for teaching and for her students. Lovingly referred to as Miss Jean, Aunt Jean, and Mama Jean, her students developed into some of the finest singers from the East Orange School District, many of whom have become popular recording artists and Broadway performers. Because of her dedication and hard work, Ms. James earned an extensive list of awards and accomplished many things. Among them are the State of New Jersey Governor's Teachers Award, the Duke Ellington Choral Society Award, and the National Association of Negro Musicians Award from the Paul Robeson Chapter of Newark, and the 2013 East Orange Education Award, Pride in Public Education Award. She was named 2014 Teacher of the Year by the Cicely Tyson School of Performing and Fine Arts, the Zeta Pi Beta Woman of the Year Award, the Congressman Donald M. Payne Sr. Torchbearer for Education, and most recently, the Making the Difference Fierce Divas Prey Extraordinary Teacher Award. She was cited as a Woman of Distinction by the Historical Society of East Orange, Incorporated. Ms. James is the proud recipient of the 2014 Oranges and Maplewood NAACP Education Award, and she is the recipient of the 2014 Lester Taylor III Foundation Sister Citizen Award. Ms. James was featured in the award-winning PBS documentary, 3 Women, which focused on her extraordinary teaching career. On June 23, 2019, the East Orange Board of Education named and dedicated, in her honor, the 800-seat auditorium at the Cicely L. Tyson Community School of Performing and Fine Arts, the Jean L. James Theater, in which we are sitting right now. In recognition of her contributions to performing arts, on November 30th, Ms. James was inducted into the 3rd class of the East Orange Hall of Fame, the highest civilian recognition bestowed in this city. Last year, in February 2020, she received the Educator of the Year Award at the Well Women's Wellness Summit. This phenomenal woman is even more importantly the proud, loving, and exemplary mother of Mrs. Christina J. James Dickens and Mr. H. Brady James IV. She is blessed with 5 adoring grandchildren. If you know Mrs. James, You know, first and foremost, that she loves the Lord, and she honors Him with her God-given gifts and talents. He and He alone is the source of her strength and the strength of her life. When asked about her long career as a teacher and mentor, she proudly answered that she was working in her gift and loving it. I am honored and proud to be able to introduce and present to most one of our Cicely Texas High School gems, Mrs. Jean L. James.
Thank you so much. That was beautiful. Thank you so much. First, giving honor to God, who is the source of my strength and the strength of my life, my joy, the center of all of my joy. To the Honorable Mayor Ted Green, to Board President Tucker, to Superintendent Hassan and Assistant Superintendents Champagne and Harvest. To Principal English and Assistant Principals Poole and Davis, and to the staff of the Cicely L. Tyson School of Performing and Fine Arts. To the members of the East Orange Board of Education, to Central Office administrators, and to Miss Marlena Franklin, the daughter of our beloved Miss Cicely L. Tyson, who will forever be in our hearts. To parents and family members, distinguished guests, and most important, to the graduating class of the Cicely L. Tyson School of Performing and Fine Arts 2021, good afternoon. And before I get started, I have a request of you, class, graduating class. I would like you all to please stand and give a round of applause to your parents, your family, friends, teachers, community for their support. Stand up and give them a round of applause. Yes. Thank you. It is an honor and a pleasure to stand before you as your keynote speaker, for I am truly humbled. Today is indeed a very special day for you, our Tyson graduates, because it culminates 13 years of school, marking the end of an era for the class of 2021. For your parents and teachers, it is a time to express to you again their hopes and expectations for your future. As a class, your legacy continues and includes those things that have set you apart, as well as a rounded, well-rounded class. Record academic achievement, community service, recognition in fine arts, leadership, and caring for one another. Now, you, of course, have not done this all alone. You have had much support and guidance along the way from your family, friends, and loved ones, and your teachers. You are a special group of young people, and the evidence of that is in you sitting here today. You're poised, anxious, full of potential and promise. The future leaders of a world that seems to be unsure of the direction that it needs to head. But your teachers, parents, grandparents, aunties, uncles, and your communities are full of confidence as we look towards the future, because we have seen you focus through the storm of a pandemic on the promise of your future. Now, we all know that storms present a number of challenges to those who enter into them. And all the elders around you, you can each share the story of the storms that we have encountered, and whether they damage us physically, emotionally, or mentally. And without great focus, storms can keep a person from reaching the goal that they have set out to do and set out to reach. Now, you might ask, and I'm glad you're asking, why are storms so tough to navigate, Ms. James? Well, the poor visibility on the road in which we must travel, the difficulty we have to maneuver on the roadways, the extremes of temperatures that our bodies endure, the uncertainty regarding how long the storm will last, and the question of whether or not you will make it through the storm. Consider the potential of these discouraging storm factors, of life impediments that can stand between where you are and where you are trying to go. Why are the people of the village that surround you now, at this moment, confident that the future looks good, with you in line to take the reins of leadership? It is because we have seen in you focus through the storm of the pandemic to make it to today. The coronavirus pandemic has been a storm like none other that we have experienced in the history of this country. As far as our communities go, we were unprepared for it and did not expect it to come. This pandemic had and continues to have the potential to derail the road that leads to our vision of success. And, to be honest, we all had to take into account that there would be those of us who the virus would get the better of. Those of us who even lost loved ones due to this virus. And I, too, am one of those. Losing my dear brother, we will never forget. But look at you. Look at you. You sit here today as evidence that with the proper focus through a storm, you can make it to the future of your choice, young people. You focus through the poor visibility and unclear direction of this country when the pandemic took this country by storm. You remained full of faith and determination through the twists, turns, and changes of the changes of life that your families had to deal with, and the changes on the way that you were required to make on how to earn your grades working remotely. It was the first time that students could not come to school and sit in a classroom to receive direct instruction from a teacher. But you strapped on your seatbelts and hung in there with every turn. Your survival of a global pandemic is a testament, a living testimony to the fact that even in a pandemic, there are still possibilities. If you have learned anything this year, you have learned that you are a survivor. If you survive this, know that you can weather the storms that will arise in your life. Finally, while none of us knew when this storm would end, you were clear on one thing, that on June 22nd, 2021, you would be sitting here with your classmates among a great cloud of witnesses to receive your diploma, end this chapter of your life, and get set to begin the next. Your high school commencement is a time of new beginnings. It is a time to feel a sense of tremendous pride and accomplishment. With it comes a sense of wonder, fear, and much excitement. You will now face one of the biggest decisions of your life. What shall I become? To help you in answering this question, I tell you, look for what's in your heart, the passion that drives you, that lifts you up, and gives you real purpose and meaning in your life. Don't choose necessarily the road that is most easily traveled. Significant accomplishments and achievements in life are not meant to come with ease. They require uncommon dedication and focus. Never allow limitations to confine your abilities. Fight for your seat at the table. Better yet, fight for a seat at the head of the table. Master your fears. Be humble. Aim higher. Live your dreams. Be fair and be just. Remembering not solely where you are, but particularly where you come from. Learn to appreciate others. Remember that you cannot stand on your own. Always choose to lean on the side of integrity. And always, always remember that you are a child of God. Class of 2021, you are proof positive that with faith and with focus, you can all make it through the storms of life and arrive at the future of your choice. As I close, I want to remind you that you are never alone. Your Cicely Tyson family will always be here to love and support you. We are proud of you. We salute you. And we expect great things from you all. Go forward and be great. And as the song of the African American Freedom Movement says, remember, ain't gonna let nobody turn me round, turn me round, turn me round. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me round. Keep on walking, keep on talking, walking up the freedom road. May God bless you, class. And again, congratulations.
To Ms. Jean L. James, in grateful appreciation to Jean L. James, all of us at Cicely L. Tyson Community School of Performing and Fine Arts wish to express our gratitude for your continued support and commitment to our students and community. We appreciate your humble and dedicated service. To you, Ms. Jean L. James, thank you for your
A tribute to our monarch, the incomparable Miss Cicely L. Tyson. How do we pay homage to a worldwide icon? We simply say thank you. Thank you, Ms. Tyson, for saying yes to Ms. Laura Trinnick to have this school named in your honor. Thank you for honoring your commitment to be actively involved in our department as performing and fine arts students and sharing your extensive network of professionals for more than 25 years. Thank you, Ms. Tyson, for providing the opportunity for us to share the stage with you while the world recognized your historic performances and honored you for having high standards from which you never strayed. Thank you for the precious memories of surprise visits just to check on us, for supporting the East Orange community by participating in mentoring programs, and for the many conversations of encouragement you had with us, challenging us to think outside the box and to dream. Thank you for loving us. Your actions spoke louder than the many words of wisdom. Ms. Tyson, we will miss celebrating your birthday with you each December. We truly miss your presence today. We provided guest speakers and attended every Cicely Tyson High School graduation ceremony, beginning with the class of 2000. We will always honor you, Ms. Tyson, our matriarch forever. I am honored to introduce to some and present to others Ms. Marlena Franklin, the beloved daughter of Ms. Tyson.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Thank you for being here. Thank you to Principal English. And I'm sorry, but the wound is still fresh, so please forgive me. Trip a little. I'm not doing this in the right order, but Mayor, thank you for showing up. Thank you to Mrs. Kelly. Mrs. Kelly is one who I remember from 25 years ago. Was here from the very beginning with Mrs. Trimmings. Can you all hear me, by the way? I want to go back, because 25 years ago, when my mother first found out that a school was being named for her, and the school would be in East Orange, New Jersey, because that's where her father, my grandfather, settled when he first came with his 4 brothers and 1 sister from the island of Nevis in the Caribbean, and settled first here in East Orange before moving to New York City, specifically Manhattan. I will also go back to a time when I was still in high school. So forgive me if I'm meandering, I'll get to the point eventually. I was on the baton twirling team, and we had a rehearsal, the baton twirling team, preparing for to march in the Columbus Day Parade. My mother and I were walking, she was walking with me to the rehearsal with a friend of hers who was a photographer, Bert Andrews. And on our walk, before we got to the street, was West 46th Street. She mentioned to me how she wanted to have 36 children. Now, I think this idea came to her because at that time, the great entertainer of the 20th century, the early 20th century, Josephine Baker, had just adopted a 12th child. So this startling revelation to me that my mother wanted to have 36 children was really baffling, to say the least. So I said to her, I stopped her. We were on a sidewalk on 5th Avenue. And I said, what would you do with 36 children? You can hardly handle one. To which she said, oh, I don't know, but I'd figure out something. So we continued our walk. And I tell that story because when Mrs. Trimmings informed her that the original school would be named for her, I said to her, well, I guess you have your 36 children and then some. But I will tell you, she took this school, the honor of the original school and this school being named for her, to her heart and soul. And you know that because she did show up. This doesn't happen with other schools that are named for celebrities. But she did it
she just was so excited about the fact that a school, an institute of education, would be named for her. And it was as much a surprise to her as the evolution and success of her career. She never expected that she would be as successful an actress as she became, an artist, a true artist. But what was at the bottom of that was her work ethic. She made everything seem easy when you saw her on screen, television, or in the movie theater. But she worked very hard. I remember, actually, as a teenager, my way of establishing a bond so I wouldn't be left outside the career was to help her remember her lines. I did that. I would offer. Sometimes she wasn't ready yet. Other times she was. But it was an enjoyable time for me, and it turned out to be an enjoyable time for her, and it also helped her to establish her characters. So I do want to express the importance of developing a work ethic, because whether you're before the camera or behind the camera or wherever it is, whatever it is you wish to do in this field, in this business of show, a work ethic will raise your stature and your status of yourself, and also help you develop yourself from being a celebrity to an artist. And that's what you want in this business. We have enough celebrities. We need more artists. Thank you. And that's why you're here at this school, to learn the theories and principles of playwriting, movie script writing, acting, directing, producing. No matter where you want to funnel your talents in the business, it does demand discipline, and that discipline comes from a very serious work ethic. One example I have of my mother's work ethic was when she was preparing to return to Broadway after 30 years of being away from Broadway because she was in film and television, totally different media. She was really very nervous, on almost a terrifying level. Just telling you something even that nobody else knows, but you know. And that was, what I did was I would help her remember her lines. And then once previews started, previews, some of you may know but may not, after you have rehearsal for a Broadway show or off-Broadway show, you have 2 or 3 weeks where you actually have a rehearsal, but it's with an audience. But the rehearsal is supposed to be like the show already opened, so nobody in the audience is supposed to suspect it's a rehearsal. It's a performance. She was so nervous about the live audience now, going from rehearsal with just your actors, producer, and director, to a live audience. But she made herself sick. And she upchucked. I got her to the bathroom, but she upchucked all over the bathroom After making a cup of tea for her to settle her stomach, peppermint, and putting her to bed, I went to cleaning the bathroom. It took 2 hours. Nonetheless, I did it. And she was fine the next time. But again, you're going to probably face situations that will make you nervous. Auditioning is one of them, and especially when you first go for your first professional audition. Just keep in mind all the building blocks that you learned here. The support of your family and friends will help you. Focus so that you can focus on those lines. Focus on your character that you're building. And I'll say one other thing about her discipline and the way she built character, which again is part of her work ethic. When she was working on Jane Pittman, and to my recollection, that was the first time, certainly for a black actress. I don't remember reading about it or it happening with a white actress. It was the first time that a black actress had played a character from her late teens or 20s, early 20s, to 110 years of age. That not only, you can't depend on the makeup people and the costume designers to do that, create that character for you. That takes, again, a work ethic, which gives you the discipline to create a masterful character that is believable. So Jane Pittman was a real person to us. And part of the way that she did that was she flew out to Phoenix, Arizona on her own, with her own money. Nobody paid but her. To an old folks' home where she found a woman of 103 years of age. There were 5 centenarians at various stages. The oldest one, I believe, was 103 or 105. She spoke to them. She sat down with them and mostly listened to them. They're the ones that had the wisdom. She was already in her late 50s, I think, at that time, or early 60s. Maybe mid-60s. She was young forever, I can't remember. I don't remember. But she learned how they spoke, the manner in which they spoke, how they sat down in a chair, how they got up out of a chair. She was out there for at least 4 days, if not 5. And so when she came back home, I could see where she had already incorporated some of those movements of the older people into her stature, her being, her carriage. And that was her practice before. This is all before she got on the set to actually film Jane Pittman. So, again, I'm stressing the work ethic, which is the foundation for your creativity. You know that from studying here, and any of you who have performed in any of the plays or sung in Glee Club or sang solos, those are the steps you have to make here in school while you're learning, because you're learning, but the learning doesn't stop here. It also goes with your career. So wherever you go, wherever you take yourself in this business, please remember, always be a student of it, because it not only enriches yourself as a person, but it enriches the characters that you will play. If you're directing or producing, you too can help the actor or actress create the character that is needed for the play or the film, whether it be for television or movies. So, in closing, I just want to say that you are her 36 plus children. She loved the fact that the school was named for her, and when it was decided to build this new school, which, from what I understand, is one of the most technologically advanced schools for the performing arts, probably in the state, but certainly here in the metropolitan area of East Orange. And she would say to you to work hard at everything you do. Because once you start working hard, things don't seem as hard as they may appear in the beginning. And so I think I will leave you with that, because I don't want to take any more time than is necessary, but I think I've said the important things. And I will close with this. Know that her spirit is with you, inside of you, and that she's always smiling down on you, as she is today, and very proud of you.
Good afternoon. I am Renee Henry, grandniece of the legendary Miss Cicely Tyson. And I'm here to address, thank you, the graduating class of 2021. You all are absolutely amazing. In the years after graduating high school, I found myself looking to answer that age-old question: what do you want to be? Being that I had already grown up somewhat, I decided to shorten the question, leaving off that "when you grow up" part. Who would have known that 17 years later, I would consist of so many hats within that time? I donned an extensive hat collection, ranging from Six Flags cashier to a residential assistant, a fundraiser, a donor operations associate, an office manager, a dental clinic receptionist, an auditor, a typist, intake officer, animal rescue worker, a substitute teacher, a lead vocalist of a wedding band, front desk clerk, an Amazon delivery employee, an Uber driver, a line cook, a pastry chef, children's hospital patient entertainer, a Disney princess party character, a model, a singer, songwriter, and eventually followed in the footsteps of my grand aunt as an actress. Yes, it was clear. My road to success meant changing professions several times over. Sometimes holding 2 to 3 jobs just to see where I fit or what interested me. I also have West Indian in my blood, so that's why we take some of the jobs. What I discovered was my years in grade school hadn't taught me about that feeling of knowing where you belong. What it did provide were the tools to figure out what my options are and how to make sound choices. Not knowing what you're going to do after high school is okay. Trust me, it is okay. What I believe matters is finding out who you are and doing it on purpose. And, like my grand aunt, you get to wear a few stylish hats along the way.
And I look out on this crowd and I see so many amazing hats. You all are donning well. Absolutely. So as you don those beautiful hats today, in recognition of all of your hard work, my family and I wish you much success on wherever you choose to go. Congratulations.
Class of 2021, give yourselves a round of applause. I actually graduated 3 years ago, and my senior year with COVID, I don't know how y'all did it, so I'll do it again. Round of applause again. My aunt, you know, I learned a lot, and when I say a lot, you heard all the speeches, you heard the roles. I heard that every holiday, every gathering, every lesson that she taught. And I just had three that I wanted to leave with you all. Number one is anything is possible, just believe. And I heard that when I was 9. And when I graduated high school, and now I'm working towards getting my degree in finance, you gotta believe in yourself first, right? Because nobody else is gonna believe in you as much as you should for yourself. So you have to believe in yourself. And number two, and I know y'all don't wanna hear it, but the elders got all the answers. The elders have all of the answers, I promise. And they're like dictionaries. I would ask my aunt, my mom, my dad, cousins, friends, what's this answer? What's that answer? And sometimes you gotta fact check them, but 95% is the truth. So that guidance definitely does help you out. And the last thing is be true to yourself. In a world where black men and women, they want us to be down here. They want us to be demeaned, not have a purpose. We and the talent that's in this room, I mean, please, I want to see y'all on the R&B charts, the pop charts, the gospel charts, everything. Actors, actresses, just stay true to what you've learned and what drives you, the passion that you have for whatever it is that you do. Keep that passion, because it's going to get tough. And if you start off flying right off the bat, I need your advice, because it's hard to do. But please, just stay passionate, stay true to yourselves, and as you saw from my aunt, things will work out fine. Congratulations again, and good luck. Good luck.
We have a special friend of my mother's who agreed to be here with you today. It's such a special day in so many ways because it is your time, first time without her, and for all of us actually. And so I want to introduce a lady who was part of a team, Ashford, Nick Ashford and Valerie Simpson, part of a team who really were the building blocks of Motown, part of the building blocks of Motown Records, and later movies. And she's here for her friend and for you as well. Her name is Valerie Simpson. Please welcome her.
All I can say is, wow, look at you. Look at you. Look at you. You did it. You really did it. And you know, when I think how proud Cicely Tyson is right now, I know she's looking down on you because she knows how hard it was for you to make it. But the promise, you are the promise You are all we hope for. Anybody that can make it through what you made it through can do anything, certainly. You know, I think about my times with Cicely Tyson, the best times. Just like Marlena was saying something about her work ethic and how she knew how she helped her with her lines. I remember going to a trip to Bountiful when she was on Broadway, and some of you were there. And when I went backstage on opening night, I said, Cicely Tyson, let me see your hand. You must have those lyrics in your hand written down because you were up there singing and dancing and you had so much to say. And she just amazed me. And I'm sure that she has amazed all of you by being persistent, rooting for you always. And the fact that through this pandemic, we had to live through Black Lives Matter and George Floyd, and then we had to go, Juneteenth, that's something altogether new now. So the future is yours. What you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You don't have to know at this moment. But I hope you realize that we are so, all the parents here, all the teachers here, the principal, the mayor, do you realize how supported you are? We got your back. We got you. I just want to step to the keyboard just for a hot second and say something from my heart to you. You know, the future looks bright because I'm looking at you. You're blinding me with your greenness, really. Nick and I wrote this song. It's so simple. Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place. I know you can. I'm depending on you. I'm depending on you to reach out. Gonna reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place. You can do it. Make this world a better place. If you can reach out and touch somebody's hand, make this world a better place. If you can, don't reach out and touch somebody's hand, make this world a better place. If you can, just try. Take a little time out of your busy day to give encouragement to someone who's lost the way. Just try. Would I be talking to a stone if I asked you to share a problem that's not your own? make this world a better place. If you can. Thank you. You know, I want to say one thing too. Back in the day when I first started, I didn't know I could be a songwriter. Nobody in my family at that point had gone to college. Nobody was in the arts. But I found myself at White Rock Baptist Church in Harlem. And a young man walked in. He was kind of cute, y'all. And I found out that he wrote gospel songs. And because I could play the piano, we became a partnership. Nick Ashford. And you know, the first big song we wrote for Motown was because Nick Ashford was homeless when he came to New York. I mean, homeless for 3 months. Somebody gave him the name of my church. I know my daughter Asia's here, and she's heard this story 1,000 times. But it's so important to know where you come from. And Nick said he was walking down Central Park West, looking at the tall buildings. And he said, these buildings are not going to stop me. I'm going to make it in New York City. I'm going to fulfill my dream. So y'all, all you graduates of 2021, I know you got a dream. So I'm going to give you a theme song. If you need me, call me, no matter where you are, no matter how far. Just call my name, I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry, 'cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you. I remember the day I set you free. I told you you could always count on me. From that day on, I made you vow I'll be there when you want me somehow. 'Cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me, to keep me, to keep me.
always applauded any one of my achievements, from as small as tying my shoes to learning how to drive on the freeway. I got my driver's license last month, and it's given me some independence and confidence in the sense that I know that I'm in control. Although we hate to admit it, we struggle with being in control of ourselves due to external factors such as peer pressure and the need to conform and be accepted. We tend to cater to what others want and not focus on ourselves. Whilst driving on the road, I have come to the realization that many of the unwritten rules of the road are similar to the unwritten rules of life. For example, potholes are no joke. And if you care about your car, you're going to ease on the brake. Just like how in life, there are obstacles that will force you to slow down and focus on your own well-being. I've learned that sometimes it's okay to be selfish on the road and put yourself first, even with the line of cars blowing their horns for you to speed up. Like my father says, if the road is not smooth, put your foot on the brake. In life, there will be people pressuring you to do things for their own benefit, like speeding up so they can get to their destination faster. But remember, is it worth you risking your own car, your own health, your own well-being? In the end, the only person that will have to physically deal with the effects of outside pressure will be you. In life, there will also be roadblocks that will force you to take a detour route. For example, the pandemic. We had to put things to an abrupt stop. We went from going to school every morning to logging on at home. Our generation has made history. We are one of the only classes who has graduated amidst the pandemic, and that deserves praise. We've spent 4 years together in this school. Some of us has been together since middle school. Every single one of us has talent and potential. Although we fell into different cliques and groups, we are all the same in the sense of dreaming big. Cicely Tyson School of Performing and Fine Arts caters to dreamers. It pushes us to try the impossible. For example, take me, a theater student who is pursuing a career in nursing. At first glance, it seems pretty outrageous, but because of this school, I have gained the communication skills that I need. From spending the times in the box office distributing tickets, I have gained the skill to speak to people with grievances of all types. I would like to thank this school for equipping me with the skills that I need to take my future into my own hands and determine my own fate. I can say with the most confidence that the Cicely Tyson's class of 2021 is a class that this school will never forget. From Sincere Mackay's phenomenal dramatic performances to Juliana and Jaden's incredible artwork. I know I will never forget the TikToks filmed in the bathrooms in the halls and the heated arguments over the numerous games of spades and Uno. Although we hate to admit it, this school was not so bad. It's a place where we met our friends, figured out our strengths and weaknesses, and found ourselves. So I say to the class of 2021 to fasten your seatbelts for the bumpy road called life. I wish everyone the best, and inshallah, the future will be filled with blessings for everyone here. I leave you guys with a quote from Robert Frost. 2 roads diverge in the wood, and I chose the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference.
It's kind of a big deal for me since you guys are my class. It's always just the first one, then anything else just go. Alright, so I'm good now. I might leave a little stain right there, but I'm good. Just had to get that out. Nah, not yet, because I gotta get through this. So I came here in 2015, and there was a boy who needed help. We lost that boy 2 days ago. And he would have graduated with y'all. I'm sorry about this, but he's never going to get a commencement. And I'm not going to let the moment go by without acknowledging it. And it's funny because I spent almost 15 years at Weekwood High School, and I would lose 2 or 3 kids a year. And I kept saying, I'm going to East Orange. And so far, man, they all make it. And he didn't make it. So, Ali, love you, man. Alright, now I got that out, so I can go back to being myself. Alright, negative. My sister. Congratulations. What I want to do with y'all is I want to send you off the right way, in the traditional Mrs. Iron fashion, by giving you a lesson for life. You know, if you come past my room, you're going to learn something. You're going to learn something. And I checked off some names, of course, because I can't mention everybody here, because we don't have enough time, but I want to thank some of the students. And first, I want to start off with Afia. Afia, you are one of the funniest, foolish people I know. And you got a real story. Right? Whatever. I'm crying, you about to be crying too, so it is what it is. Afia, you got a real story, you need to put it on paper. We all see you laugh, but I see you cry. Congratulations, because you are a fool. It took her a couple years to make her way to me, but my girl Noski Woski, Noelmi. Look, now you crying too. I get it. She's another funny one, but we had our moments, right? We got through it, bad leg and all, right? Katira Barnes. I know you're like, why are you calling me, right? Because when I first came here, you was one of them girls in the 7th grade that got to that big old nonsense and fight and everything else. And I sat y'all down in the room and I said, you remember? Yeah, you remember. And I sat you down and I said, girl, you're beautiful. Why are you wasting time being ugly? And I don't know what happened, but for those who know Katira know, towards the end of the 8th grade, Katira changed on us. Katira grew up, right? She leveled up. I remember in our class meeting, I said, we're volunteering for roles. She was like, I want to be secretary. So Mom looked at her like, Katira, you're going to do what? And she's like, no, I'm serious. I said, you know what? She's growing up. See, parents, the benefit of us being educators is we get to see this development, right? You get to see your child. We get to see your child next to other people's children, right? And it's a crazy thing. I'm going to get through this list because I don't want to take up too much time. I'm sorry I can't go with everybody. Miss Champagne, you know I love you, Lorraine. You are hilarious. Sometimes I be wanting to throw some cold water at you because you be getting my nerves, but you know I love you. Colbert, where you at, man? Continue to be how you are, bro. You guys to be as cool as two ice cubes, man. You never let it faze you. True story. Trick or treat, it came to the house. Ain't knocked on my door for candy. And I'm cracking jokes like, I shouldn't give you nothing, man. You know what? And it wasn't even him, it was his twin brother. Had no idea he had a twin. Where my mama at? Evron. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Right? You chose a hard road, and you did it. My workhorse, my go-to, Tanya Hicks. Whenever I need you, you were there. You know, I even made the mistake of venting one day to you about something like she's a student. I should not be having this conversation with her. But you were there for the right moment, man. I love you, Tanya. Thanks for being you. I look forward to seeing what you do in the future since you told me what your plans are. Messiah. I want to apologize to you, Messiah, for telling you to lay down and roll away. It was funny at the time. But what you guys don't know is Messiah realized his position in life. He realized his place in the school. And he realized his circumstance. And he did something about it. He did something about it. Because he could have been like some others and just been where he was. Messiah said, nah, I'm better than this. Get up out of here. Proud of you. Miracle. Contrary to what you might think, Miracle, you were here. And we did notice you. And you did just enough for all of us to remember you. All right? To my friend, parents don't get offended when I say this, but to my boo-boo stinkers, Zanaya McBride. She is the true definition of a friend to her friends. Never was there a moment where she got all caught up in the cackling and babbling and the gossip or whatever. She was always the voice of reason. And, you know, she would come by just to say hi. And I just felt like, you know, she was always in the right place at the right time. And I watched her. I watched you interact with your friends. Never phony, never fake, always 100%. When they was wrong, you told them. I'm going to say this one, I'm going to say these last two last because I know I might get choked up even more. My man, Big Drip, Omar, press him down. My brother don't change. He invented style. Even when you thought you was doing it right, he did it better. Only person who can walk cooler than Mr. Fields. Y'all get that? Mr. Fields? See Mr. Fields walk? He walked like he listening to him too, man, right? He walked like he listening to his own music. But Omar got to walk like him like he belonged in a Spike Lee movie, bro. Just amazing. Kai Robinson, get that money. Mr. Mayor, Mr. Ted Green, remember this girl. She will. She won it. Janiyah Ross. Janiyah, don't slow down for nobody. We gotta catch up to you. I joke about how fast you talk and everything else, we can call you switch. You know, and the truth of the matter is, be you. And be fast, be quick, be all of that. Let the world catch up to you. Simone. There are some people who are willing to help you, and then there are others who want to. Simone has what I call want power. Willpower is cool, but it always falls victim to the environment. No matter how strong you think you are, you stay in a place too long, you become that. But your want power, the desire to do things, the desire to help people, Simone wants it. And I appreciate you. I'm getting there. I know. I don't take too much time. Kai Walcott. verse over life's baseline. Beautiful young lady. Walks in the room, ain't asking for attention, but you give it to her because she demands it. Grounded. So if her parents are here, she's grounded. She's grounded. Beautiful young lady. Where my grumpy Smurf at? Miss Dawkins. You knew I was going to call your name because I've seen growth in you. You went from your favorite phrase being, oh, You say something, oh, What? To coming past and say, hey, Mrs. Iyer, how you doing? I notice you. I see you. I know you got a lot going on. I know you got a lot to deal with, but I'm going to tell you this much. It is okay to smile. It's okay. You made the list because you're my son's favorite, Tori Charles. When my son used to come after school to sneak snacks from the office, he would always say, is Tori going to be there? I never knew you had an impression on him as a boy, but apparently you did, so you didn't know either. Where is he at? Come back. Gregory Pearsall. Now I'm going to do it this way. I need Gregory. I need Mr. Green. Is Mr. Green here? I need Gregory. I need Mr. Green. And Sadiq. I need y'all to stand up. Matter of fact, I need y'all to come to the front. I don't care if you're tough, you ain't that tough. Ladies and gentlemen, if you notice, most of the names I called off are young ladies. And the reason why is because I'm big on protecting our women. I know the importance that a man has in a young girl's development. And I ain't talking all that nonsense, all that inappropriate. I'm talking about the need to see safety, the need to know that there's an arm you can be hugged by, that there's an ear that's there to listen to you, that don't want nothing in return from your young girls. And I pride myself in being that guy. Without asking for anybody's permission. But I would be remiss if I didn't mention that we got to take care of these boys too. And these three gentlemen here are an indication of what growth and determination is. Because I remember all three of you when you were in the 7th grade. And we were threatening all three of you would not be able to come back to Tyson. Sadiq, oh my God, I thought we was going to lose you. In my mind, I just said, we're going to lose this kid. Because he just hanging with the wrong kids. And something happened, Sadiq came back freshman year, and I just saw a little bit of a man in him. And little by little, I just saw more development and more maturity in him. And I started realizing I'm looking at a man that wants something in life. He got out there in that football field and he showed everybody. Mr. Green over here. Yeah. We had a little altercation after school, and I just watched how he handled it. I was waiting for him to fall. I wanted to see how he was going to handle it. He looked at me and said, "This time, we'll be all right." I started paying more attention to him. I had a conversation with him a couple weeks ago, and I realized they may not be where you want them to be, but they're right where they need to be. Last one, Gregory Pearsall. Gregory, you too have a story to tell. Look at me, young man. Love you. And you have changed. You have grown. And you want something out of life. Gregory used to walk through school when he had no fire in him. He's just walked through school with no fire. He on fire now. You see him at the track meets, the boy is running. He's putting the time in. I gave him a great plan B, and Gregory said, you know what, Mrs. Iyer, that's a great plan B. Great plan B. But I'm going to try this college thing first. And if it don't work, then we'll talk. And then he said, if you ever need me, call me. So I want to thank these three gentlemen. Y'all have a seat. I'm going to leave y'all with this. Alright, I'm going to leave y'all with this. Young people, take your cell phones out. Class is in session, we got a math problem for you. And the only reason I'm asking you to take your cell phones out because I don't want you to think I'm flexing numbers up here. I want you to see that numbers don't lie. I want you to type in 2021. And I want you to subtract 1619. Somebody tell me what that is. 402. The generation is 20 years. Divide 402 by 20. 20.1. So now that's 20 generations. So now let's have some fun. Take the number 2. Clear that out. Take the number 2. Because there were 2 people that made you. Take that number 2, multiply it by 2. 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 Shh, what's that number? Say it again. Multiply it by 2. Multiply it by 2. Multiply it by 2. We ain't there yet. I'm doing this for a reason. Multiply it by 2. Again. 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 Say it again, what? We almost there. We almost there. Again. Say what? Again. Again. We got about 3 more to go. Again. One more time. One last time. What's the number? Let's just round it. What's the number? 1 million. 20 generations. 1 million people. Adam, stand up. Pay attention. Pay attention. Adam, take a step. Just take one step. 1 million people allowed you to do that. So when you move in this life, understand, you're moving with a cause, you're moving with a purpose, you are your own million-man march. By yourself, you are a force. And it's because of 1 million people that you are here today. So don't just do it for your first name. Do it for your last. I love you. Congratulations.
Mr. Abdul Salim Hassan is the superintendent of schools for the East Orange, New Jersey School District. He oversees the education of more than 10,000 students and supervises 900 teachers across 22 schools, pre-K to 12, as well as a number of collaborating daycare centers. Prior to serving as superintendent of school, Mr. Hassan served directly under the New Jersey State Commissioner of Education as the Assistant Commissioner of Field Services for the New Jersey Department of Education. Prior to his work as Assistant Commissioner with the New Jersey Department of Education, Superintendent Hassan served as Principal for the East Orange Campus High School, Vice Principal for Woodbridge High School, and Assistant Principal of the John L. Costley Middle School in East Orange. Superintendent Hassan came to education after a successful career in law enforcement and the military. He received his BA from Rowan University and MA from Seton Hall, as well as an EDS from Seton Hall. It gives me great pleasure to present to you our superintendent, Mr. Abdul Salim Hassan.
Greetings all, give him a round of applause for reading that bio. I'd like to check for carrying that legacy. I just want to thank everybody. I know this has been a long program, and I'm humble and my heart is filled, but all this great information was shared. I think between the mayor, Ms. James, Ms. Franklin, the jewels y'all gave to these students today is outstanding. Could you give them a round of applause for the message and the jewels? Now, we're all here for the class of 2021. Give them a round of applause because they have accomplished something that nobody has accomplished during the pandemic. And as most of you know, as being superintendent of schools, it was very challenging when I took this job because I left the state of New Jersey in a nice office, and then I come down here to be superintendent, and now I got to enforce the policies that I actually wrote for the reopened schools. So that was definitely a challenge, but with the collaborative team that we have with the mayor's office and my team, please stand up, because I can't say all your names, but the executive cabinet, they keep me, and senior cabinet, come on, senior cabinet, stand up, because they keep me going. And you see us all women, so when they say, a man stand in the front, I can't make it without these women. They pull me in all different directions. But also give a round of applause to the parents, because without you, we could not make it. I got my brother Patrick Smith from Neptune, so you know I got to give you a shout out and your family. But I don't want to take up a lot of time. The jewels that you received today is heartfelt, and I'm just so full. I've attended over 30-some graduations, and I think I got one more tomorrow, Mayor. We have one more, and it's all for you. I mean, this right here, we did a phenomenal job. I think Dr. Harper's probably pinched me on my side every day talking about, we got to do it for the kids. We got to do it for the kids. But I think we did it for the kids today, right? Because we had a lot of speeches today. But again, I salute you all. I thank you all. I'm truly committed to you students. So just because you graduated, don't think this is not your home. East Orange is your home. If you need advice, if you need guidance, we're here. We're here for you. We're committed to you. And that's our goal. If the mayor said one city, one goal. And our goal is to make you successful. So when you go out into the public, wear East Orange proud. I don't care if you're in another country. I don't care what state you're in. You carry your legacy. You stand on the generation of your elders. As we talk about the elders and things out here for sharing his thought about our elders, we are nothing without our elders. So we got to continue the legacy. We know Black Lives Matter, but it's not over yet. We got to continue. We still have a lot of people talking about, I'm the first black man. I'm the first woman. We talk about 2021, and we still talk about we the first. We got to knock down these walls so we don't have to talk about we the first. We should have a seat at every table that is meaningful. So I'm going to leave you with that, but you are the future. And you keep going, keep doing your thing. Congratulations to 2021, and I wish you well in your future endeavor. Thank you.
I say goodbye to what we had. The good times that made us laugh outweigh the bad. I thought we'd get to see forever, but forever's gone away. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. I don't know when this road is going to lead. All I know is where we've been and what we've been through. And if we get to see tomorrow, I hope it's worth all the way. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. And I'll take the memories to be my sunshine after the rain. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. And I'll take with me the memories to be my sunshine after the rain. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
Let's give them one round of applause, another round of applause. So, this is why we're here. Y'all ready? Class of 2021. Mr. Abdul Salim Hassan, I present to you the class of 2021, sir.
Greetings all again. Members of the 2021 graduation class, could you please stand? Class of Cicely, Tyson. You have successfully completed all the requirements for graduation based upon the approval of faculty, the administration by the authority vested in me by the state of New Jersey and the Board of Education. I confer upon you your high school diploma with all the honors, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations, class of 2021. You may now turn your tassels over. Congratulations.
Simone Solomon. Nimat Salim. Janaya Walsh. Fatu Dukure. Trevor Levine. Anderson Racine. Jabari Davis. Gabriella Rivera. Afia Abraham. Naomi Abu. Zuleika Al-Mutafi. Adam Atai. Katira Bond. Yasir Barton. Aaliyah Bax Williams. Almost. Aaliyah Bax Williams. Kyria Bludson Jacobs. Kiana Brewer. Kiara Bludson Jacobs. Clarence Carter. Lorraine Champagne. Jolene Charles. Tori Charles. Patrick Clark. Crystal Clement. Amari Clerge. Xavier Colbert. Jolene Charles. Derek, who is it? Everon DaCosta. Anya Davis. Michaela Dawkins. Anaya Dawson. Ajane Douglas. Neza Eza. Juliana Fortunat. Jaden Gentle. Tyson Graham. Jason Green. Michaela Griffin. Michaela Griffin. Kamora Hall. Michaela Hall. Tanya Hicks. Lily Ann Beatrice Hill. Irving. Savannah Jackson. Messiah Jameson. Alicia Jean. Darren Jennings. Tashani Johnson. Valencia Johnson Robert. Miracle Jordan. Al Hassan Condi. Michael Lockhart. Gabrielle Malcolm. Zanaya McBride. Claircine Milford. Markendi Milford. Anaya Moody. Serena Morales. Janae Owens. Gregory Pearsall. Aaliyah Ruchan. Mia Santos. Zanye Sherrod Neal. Sincere Silvera. Namatule Simpor. Savannah Smith. Ashley Tate. Khalid Timothy. Isael Torres Rodriguez. Emmanuel Eugenie. Michael Eugenie. rise for the alma mater.
First, I would like to say good afternoon to my Lord and Savior. And then I would like to say good afternoon to my peers and our parents and everyone else. I will be presenting the benediction in closing. Heavenly Father, we come to you as your humble servants, thanking you for bringing us through not only trials and tribulations we faced throughout our high school journey, but for sparing our lives as we witnessed a pandemic that has killed millions. Lord, I ask that you keep us as we venture out into the new world as young adults. We know that when walking with you, no weapon formed against us shall prosper. So we ask that you continue to guide us down paths full of faith, strength, health, and success. And that we, Father God, continue to turn to you first when we're in time of need. Lord, we give you all the glory for what you have done for us and what you continue to do. So thank you. In Jesus' name I pray.
Please remain at your seats while the class of 2021 exits.
Look at that.